A vacant chair at the dinner table, a teddy bear left behind, and a family's world turned upside down. This is the story of the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, a mystery unsolved, where a family holiday turned into an enduring enigma. Case overview. In the spring of 2007, a family vacation in Portugal's picturesque Praia da Luz turned into a parent's worst nightmare. 3-year-old Madeleine McCann vanished, leaving behind not a single trace from the very room where she slept. The world watched in disbelief as days turned into weeks, and weeks into years with no answers. The case quickly escalated beyond a local search, capturing the hearts and minds of people across the globe. It sparked a massive international investigation, fueled by media coverage and public interest that has seldom been seen in missing person cases. The disappearance of Madeleine became more than a news story. It became a symbol of every lost child and every family's unending quest for closure. As we embark on this journey through the intricate details of this baffling case, we seek to understand not just the how and the why, but also the profound impact it has had on society's collective consciousness. The night of the disappearance. On a seemingly ordinary evening in Praia da Luz, a family's life changed forever. Madeleine McCann, only 3 years old, was tucked into bed alongside her siblings as her parents dined with friends at a nearby restaurant within the resort complex. The adults had arranged a system to periodically check on their children throughout the evening. It was during one of these checks that the unimaginable was discovered. Madeleine was gone. The timeline of that night is etched into the memory of all who followed the case. Earlier in the day, Madeleine had spent time playing, swimming, and even attending a kids' club, while her parents enjoyed a tennis lesson. As the day turned to evening, the family returned to their apartment, and after a bedtime story, the children were asleep by 7 p.m. The window was closed, the shutters down, and the door left slightly ajar. By 8:30 p.m., Madeleine's parents were at the Tapas restaurant, a mere 50 meters away. The first check at 9:05 p.m. showed nothing amiss, but by 10 p.m., when Madeleine's mother went to check, the scene was starkly different. The bedroom door was wide open, the window was up, and the shutters lifted. Madeleine was not in her bed. The initial response was frantic yet hopeful. The resort staff and guests searched desperately through the night, combing the area for any sign of the little girl. Local authorities were alerted, and the border police, along with airport personnel, were put on high alert. The days following saw an outpouring of support and assistance from the community and volunteers, all united in the search for Madeleine. The investigation by local police began immediately, with roadblocks set up and a description of Madeleine circulated. However, as hours turned into days, the hope of finding Madeleine unharmed began to wane. The local authorities faced criticism for their handling of the case, with claims of vital forensic clues being lost in the early stages of the investigation. Despite these challenges, the search continued, growing in scale and becoming one of the most widely recognized missing person cases in modern history. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann remains a poignant reminder of the fragility of safety and the persistence of hope. The efforts to find her continue, and the case remains open, a mystery that has yet to be solved. The investigation. The investigation into Madeleine McCann's disappearance was a complex web of events, spanning several years and crossing international borders. It began on that fateful night in May 2007, when the alarm was raised and the Portuguese police were called to the scene. The initial phase was marked by a flurry of activity. Roadblocks were set up, and airports were alerted as the search for Madeleine began immediately. As the days passed, the case attracted global attention, and the media descended on the small resort town of Praia da Luz. The story of the missing British girl was headline news around the world, and the pressure on the investigators mounted. The Portuguese police, along with teams from the UK and other countries, worked tirelessly, following up on hundreds of leads and interviewing numerous individuals. One of the first key suspects was a local man, whose proximity to the resort and behavior raised suspicions. His property was searched, but no evidence was found linking him to the case. As the investigation progressed, the focus shifted to various other individuals, including some who were known to have criminal backgrounds. Despite extensive inquiries, none of these leads brought them closer to finding Madeleine. The involvement of international agencies was significant. The UK's Metropolitan Police launched their own inquiry, named Operation Grange, bringing new resources and techniques to the table. They re-examined evidence, conducted fresh interviews, and explored new theories. This collaboration between different countries' law enforcement agencies was a testament to the far-reaching impact of Madeleine's case. The media played a dual role in the investigation. On one hand, the intense coverage helped keep Madeleine's story in the public eye, encouraging people to come forward with information. On the other hand, the relentless scrutiny put immense pressure on the McCann family and sometimes hindered the investigation by spreading unverified information. Years passed, and the case saw many twists and turns. New suspects emerged, and old leads were revisited. Technology advanced, providing new ways to analyze evidence. Yet, despite the passage of time and the fading of headlines, the search for Madeleine McCann continued, driven by the hope that one day the mystery of her disappearance would be solved. The dedication of the investigators and the enduring love of a family kept the case alive, a beacon of determination in the face of uncertainty. Theories and suspects. As the years passed, the mystery of what happened to Madeleine McCann only deepened. Theories abounded, each trying to make sense of the scant clues left behind. Some suggested that Madeleine woke up and wandered off, only to fall victim to a tragic accident. Others believed she interrupted a burglary and was taken by the intruder. There were also whispers of a planned abduction, perhaps by someone who had been watching the family, waiting for the right moment to strike. One theory that gained traction was the possibility of Madeleine being taken by a stranger, someone with no connection to the family or the area. This theory was supported by reports of suspicious individuals seen near the McCann's holiday apartment around the time of her disappearance. Despite extensive investigations, no solid evidence was found to support this claim. Another line of inquiry led to the exploration of a more sinister possibility, that Madeleine had been targeted by a child trafficking ring. The lack of concrete evidence made this theory difficult to prove or disprove, leaving it as one of the many unanswered questions in the case. Over the years, several individuals were considered suspects or persons of interest. One such person was a local man whose behavior raised suspicions, but after thorough investigation, he was cleared of any involvement. Another suspect was a British man living in Portugal who had a history of sexual offenses. He too was eventually ruled out by the investigators. The most recent and perhaps most significant suspect is a German man currently serving a prison sentence for unrelated crimes. He lived in the area at the time of Madeleine's disappearance and had a history of criminal activity, including offenses against children. The authorities have investigated his potential involvement, but as of now, no charges related to Madeleine's case have been brought against him. Each theory and suspect brought a glimmer of hope that the case might be solved, that the truth might finally come to light. But with each passing year, the trail seemed to grow colder. Despite this, the search for answers continued, driven by the determination to find out what happened to Madeleine McCann and to bring her home. The commitment to solving this case remains unwavering, a testament to the enduring hope that one day justice will be served. Impact and media coverage. The media's role in the case of Madeleine McCann was monumental, shaping not only public perception, but also the course of the investigation. From the moment the news broke, the story of the little girl who vanished captured the attention of millions worldwide. The media's intense focus on the case led to the creation of the Find Madeleine campaign, a global effort to spread awareness and gather information that might lead to her safe return. The campaign harnessed the power of the media to keep Madeleine's story alive, ensuring it remained at the forefront of the public's mind. It was a call to action that resonated across borders, inspiring people to come together in the hope of finding Madeleine. The campaign's website and social media presence became central hubs for updates and appeals, a testament to the enduring hope that Madeleine would be found. However, the media's involvement was a double-edged sword. While it undoubtedly helped in spreading the word, it also led to a media circus that sometimes bordered on sensationalism. The relentless coverage put immense pressure on Madeleine's family and at times diverted attention from the search itself. It raised questions about the ethics of media reporting in sensitive cases and the impact of such exposure on those involved. The case also had broader implications for child safety and parental vigilance. It served as a stark reminder of the dangers that can lurk even in seemingly safe environments. Parents around the world felt a collective shudder at the thought of such a tragedy befalling their own families. It prompted discussions on how to better protect children and reinforce the importance of being vigilant at all times. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann remains one of the most media-covered missing person cases in history. It is a story that has not only touched hearts, but also changed the way we think about and approach the safety of our children. As the search continues, the media's role and the lessons learned from this case will undoubtedly continue to influence society's approach to child safety and the power of collective action in the face of adversity. Ongoing search and recent developments. The search for Madeleine McCann has never ceased, with recent years bringing new developments and renewed efforts to uncover the truth. The most significant of these is the identification of a new suspect, a German national, who has become the focus of the investigation. This individual, known to have been in the area at the time of Madeleine's disappearance, has a history of criminal offenses, including those against children. In a recent operation, authorities conducted a meticulous search at a reservoir in Portugal, following up on specific leads related to this suspect. The McCann family, steadfast in their resolve, continues to work closely with investigators, holding on to hope with each new piece of evidence. Their dedication is mirrored by the global community that has rallied around them, offering support and assistance in any way possible. The family's updates, shared through their website and public statements, reflect both their enduring pain and their unyielding commitment to finding Madeleine. They express gratitude for the unwavering support they've received over the years and maintain a strong presence in the public eye to ensure Madeleine is not forgotten. As the investigation presses on, the family and the authorities ask anyone with information, no matter how small, to come forward. The collective effort to find Madeleine continues, a testament to the power of hope and the relentless pursuit of answers in the face of the unknown. The case remains open, with the promise that no stone will be left unturned in the quest to bring Madeleine home. Through the twists and turns of Madeleine McCann's disappearance, the mystery remains unsolved, leaving more questions than answers. The case, still open and active, continues to challenge investigators and tug at the heartstrings of all who hear her story. If you know anything, no matter how small, your voice could be the one that makes a difference. Share your thoughts and subscribe for updates on this case and others like it.